Hey guys, so it's been a while. I'm glad to be back. I have been away due to several things, big life changes. I moved from New England to the Midwest. Super stoked to be back here since New England is kind of like a long drive for pretty much every track. For example, to Bowling Green, 14-hour drive. From where I'm at, it's about 6. And then again, I'm near Chicago, so Road America is 3 hours away. I've never been there yet. Gingerman's 2. Audubon is super close. As I mentioned, Bowling Green is like 6 hours. Mid-Ohio is 6 hours. Pit Race is probably around 8 to 10 hours. But I'm more centralized, and I'm pretty stoked about this for, for the racing career. Another life update. I'm engaged now. Super stoked about that. Me and to-be waifu are both in Illinois now. And we're living separately for now just because we're trying to save money. Save money for the wedding and then save money for the house in this crazy housing market that we're in. This crazy market that we're in. Cars are way too expensive these days too. So I moved in with my mother. Yep, I am basically going to be a 30-year-old living with his mother. Not stoked about that. Anyways, saving money to buy a house and eventually a daily as well. So that's kind of where I'm at life-wise, and it's going to be great. There's NASA Great Lakes here. We have Grid Life in the Midwest, and SCCA is national. So again, I get to go to all the time trial national events at an easier traveling time. Instead of dedicating a whole half day to traveling down to Virginia or to South Carolina or even to Gingerman, I can just relax and say that everything is going to be below 10 hours, which is great. Anything above that is very tiresome. So super stoked about that. Now, the last event I went to was Carolina Motorsports Park with SCCA time trials. That was an awesome event. The track is fun. If you've ever been to Canaan in New Hampshire or Gingerman in Michigan, it has that type of feel. A lot of runoff, a lot of places you can push, and high-speed sections. Canaan doesn't really have a lot of high-speed sections. Like the most I've hit was 90 there. And but it definitely has that kind of feel. Now, Carolina Motorsports Park, definitely fun. I had a lot of trouble at this event. With it being the first event of the year, I had a new setup being a new alignment and a Nismo GT Pro LSD. Didn't know how the car was going to react, so I'm getting used to that. And then on top of all that, I had old tires, and I made it worse because I either lost voltage through my battery terminal because it got loose, which thus freaked out the ABS, or I overheated my front pads and my rear pads did all the braking into the final turn of CMP. That made my weekend even worse. It squared my tires, but somehow I still did my personal best. So it was a weird event. I wasn't really happy with my lap, and I wasn't really happy with my driving. I'm just going to chalk it up to first event of the year, getting the rust off, and really worn tires, along with squaring the tires at the end of the first day. So, was a weird event. Was trying to at least figure out what caused the spin that I had. I'll show you guys that right now. And you know, when you kind of look for what happened or what caused it, so you can at least have like an ease of mind. As I said earlier, we kind of decided that it was either the loose battery terminal or the fact that I overheated my front pads, because I was using some old pads that were probably 2 millimeters in thickness, so I could have definitely overheated them. But fixed that. I already have a new set of front and rears. I'm still using the old rears because they have more than half-life left still. But the fronts, I tossed them away, and I have my new set for NCM. So that's pretty much catching you up to where I've been and what happened over at Carolina Motorsports Park. Didn't place there, didn't do really that well, but that's okay. We're still learning. Now what's upcoming is SCCA Time Trial Nationals, and that's in 2 weeks, May 12th through the 15th. I am planning to go down. I have my tires, not the tires that I wanted. I ordered the Yokos while they were on order, and then I was told that they're pushed back a week, and now they're on back order. I had just got a email from the tire rack, and they said that estimated date is 5/9, and I'm leaving 5/11, May 11th, to go to Bowling Green. So it's going to be a little bit of a tight timeline if they actually do show up that day, which I doubt, because that's going to be when they probably ship them out. I'm going to have to. I'm going to just have to store them in the garage and just say it's not going to happen for Nationals. But good news, I did get a set of Goodyear Supercar 3s. Those are the tires I ran last year, and they are a phenomenal tire. They're in a good spot of being between an RS4 and the Falcons. So they don't wear really fast like the Yokos or the Falcons, but they do produce a somewhat faster time than RS4s, closer to an RE71R. And, you know, as of today, there was some rumors or some confirmation on Tire Rack that the RE71RSs are actually coming to the US. I think there was some possibility you could pre-order, but that's not on the site anymore. But so that's what's coming up is NCM. And then I'm probably going to be trying to do some NASA events. I haven't participated with NASA yet, but I have a lot of Z friends that do NASA in this region. I think that would be Great Lakes NASA. So I'm super stoked. I cannot wait for this upcoming season. It's not going to be as wild as last year with all the events that I did, just because engaged now and everything's expensive. So I'm still hoping to make it out to at least one Your Life event this year. A few SCCA Time Trial National Tour events, that being Nationals, Pit Race, Gingerman. If we do go down on if we do go down to Road Atlanta, I'm hoping to get a retune on my car from Z1 Motorsports, since they do have a time attack Z. They know what's really best. I want a dyno graph, or at least a dyno run and a graph with it, because when I got my car tuned last time, it was basically an E-tune with me there, and it was kind of disappointing that I didn't get a dyno run. I know with an NAZ you're not going to get much out of it, but it's good to have numbers. Very data-driven person. I mean, I do data acquisition and I'm a data scientist, so it's really nice to have numbers so you have something relative to compare to, even if dyno numbers can be different, and, you know, blah blah blah, tires can affect your dyno run, blah blah blah. It's all, you know, it's just to compare to. So I'm hoping to get a retune by the end of the year, and then that's pretty much it for now. Thanks for being patient with me. This whole move was very stressful, and just making sure everything kind of lined up. So I do appreciate that. If you're still here and you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. I do plan to do a lot, even though I'm kind of limited with finances right now. But we'll make things work, and I'm hoping I can still create some onboards and some vlogs for you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one.